Awesome. I'm so excited to do this live. We have Mena here with Evoke, and Mena has been in the fitness industry for about 18 years now. And I'm just super excited to kind of ask her some questions and how, your journey has been, with this 18 years of fitness industry.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me, Alfyn.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we were talking before the live how I feel like a lot of people know you from Evoke Warriors. That's the thing. Like, I used to go to fitness competitions and watch, and it's just so inspiring. I feel like I cry each time.
Yeah.
I look at the people's journey. I see, the people you help walk on stage, and it just touches my heart. And I'm sure it does to hundreds of people. So I'm just so excited to have you here. I've been so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I
Oh, you're
love
so funny.
Mena.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. I'm excited to be on here and to, share my passion with your viewers. Absolutely.
Yay. Well, thank you for taking the time. So, first question, what inspired you to start Evoke Warriors and dive into helping others in their health journey?
Well, Warriors came from a passion to help people feel more confident in their own skin. Evoke Warriors is a nonprofit that I created that helps men and women who are battling cancer in our region take back their lives through wellness. So it encompasses fitness, it encompasses nutrition, community, bonding, and they find themselves in this group of people that are going through the same things that they're going through, and understand what the journey of going through cancer is like. And they just manage to bond and connect in really unusual, special ways, while they're exercising and getting fit and healthier, learning how to eat properly so that hopefully their cancer doesn't come back, or that they have a better chance of battling whatever life may throw at them in the future.
Absolutely. And just, since we're talking about Evoke Warriors, here's a photo of some of them, right?
Yeah, that was our year 3 group. We had
Oh,
2 men and 20 women, and it was a fantastic, they're fantastic groups, but yes.
how awesome. How many
And
have you
kind
helped
of
already?
I'm sorry.
How many have been in your program?
So we are starting year 5 in March, and we've had over 77 come through the program.
Wow.
Yes,
5 years.
5 years. And then before that, I did breast cancer to bikini, which is what you were referencing earlier, which was women only with breast cancer that we would get fit and then put them on a national stage to compete in a bikini competition or just to show their hard work. And so I did that program for 4 years before Warriors. So I've
Gotcha,
been
gotcha.
working with cancer survivors for about 8 years now, 9 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of people you've helped, a lot of stories you've been
Mhm.
through, and a lot of journeys. That's amazing, Mena.
Yes, many very remarkable human beings that have gone through a
Mm,
lot and are just trying to make their life as meaningful and as healthy as possible because they want to be here for their families and they really want to be able to participate in their lives, not just stand by and watch it go by.
absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So, um, what is the most rewarding part about, working with people as they improve their fitness? Like while you're helping them with their journey, what do you think is like the most important?
Well, I got into fitness myself because I had gotten pregnant with my second child. And after the first one, the weight came off piece of cake. It was easy, but the second one, it didn't. It was a lot harder to lose the weight. I was really uncomfortable in my skin and just kind of unhappy. And so I started my fitness journey about a year after my second child was born. And I just found so much love and passion and confidence through fitness, being able to do things that you didn't think you could do, and
Mhm.
just, feeling great in those jeans, and chasing my kids and not being exhausted. Like all of the things that come from fitness and eating well really like inspired me and motivated me. And so I wanted other people to feel that way. And that's why I started as a trainer. And so my biggest thing is, even to this day, is taking someone who is lacking confidence, is
Mhm.
uncertain, maybe is nervous about stepping foot into a gym, and watching their confidence grow. That's really the exciting part. Whether it's just a regular client or like a warrior, when
Mhm.
somebody comes in and they're like, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do that. And 6 weeks later, they're like strutting into the gym and they feel good and they're happy to be there. And they're like, oh my gosh, the other day I ran up and down the stairs and chased my kids and it was no big deal. Seeing the confidence blossom is really like my favorite part
I
of
love that.
the
And,
job.
so many can relate to that. People that have kids, because for me, it took me, I think, over 8 years to step back in the gym. And it was like scary.
Hmm. It
I
is.
felt like I had no balance, couldn't do one push up. So I feel like a lot of women can relate to that for sure. And I know, with any business, there's some challenges. So in this line of work, I'm sure there are obstacles. What has been one of the toughest challenges you faced, and how did you overcome it?
So, of course, you always have a fear when you buy into being a small business owner, right?
Mm,
Um, what if people don't come? What
yeah.
if the expense is too much? What if, uh, I mean, there's just so many what ifs. And I think for me, it was getting over that and just being like, close your eyes, jump in, do what you do best, and people will come. And the old saying of build it and they will come, it really, for me, it has really been a pretty true statement. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
really blessed that way. For me as a business person, though, I would say that 2020 was absolutely, without a doubt, the toughest time. Um, and I think for anyone in business, except for the essential people, in gyms, we're not essential. Um, so not only were we forced to shut down in 2020, we were actually closed for almost 3 months.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and 3 months of no income coming in, 3 months of hoping that your clients were going to hang out and wait for you, was a really scary time for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then just when we opened, we were also renegotiating our lease. We had already been in that building, me as the owner, for 7 years. And prior to that, the previous owner had been there for 7 years. So we
Wow.
had been in our location for 14 years. And now during COVID, they've decided that they're going to raise our rent substantially. And it was so much so that we couldn't afford to stay.
Oh
And
no.
so now we've been open for like 2 weeks, and I am now looking to relocate. Um, it was just a nightmare, but we ended up finding a place and just having to move. When you move gym equipment, it's not like,
This.
um, yeah, you can see it's not just like picking up some suitcases or a couch. You're
Mm-hmm.
moving things that weigh thousands of pounds. Uh, and we had to move the entire gym to a new location, rebuild that space. In that time, there was no one working in offices
Wow.
still. So it was really hard to get permits. It was really hard to get a hold of someone. There were times when we just had stuff sitting in the gym and we couldn't do any work in there whatsoever. And what turned into, okay, we're going to be closed for another month. We're going to do boot camps in the park. I trained people in my backyard trying to keep business going
Yeah.
while doing the move, while remodeling this location. And we just kept waiting for people to give us permits. And so what should have been about a 4 week closure on top of our 3 months ended up being another 2.5 months closure,
Wow.
which in the meantime, of course, we're not bringing in any income. So it was ridiculous. I had a lot of meltdowns, a lot of moments that I just didn't think we could make it. I really did. There was a lot of times where I was like, okay, well, It's been a fun ride. I've been in business for 8 years now, and I'm going to have to shut. I don't think I can pull this off. Um, but
Wow.
what was remarkable was our clients believed in us and wanted us to make it. And I remember, I always get choked up when I tell this story, but I ended up getting an email that said that I had this huge donation on Venmo, and I'm like, what? And I go on there, and all of our clients had. One of our clients had written a letter to all of our other clients and was like, Minna always gives back to the community. Now it's our turn to save the jail. I mean,
Oh,
it was amazing. And so they helped us, make rent for 1 or 2 months. And that was when I was like, you know what? This shit is hard, but
yeah.
we're going to make this happen. We're going to pull this off. And we did. We ended up being closed for 5.5 months in 2020 and losing more than half of our income for the year. But we bounced back, and now we're stronger than ever. So,
That's so awesome. That even touched me. I was like, oh, wow. Oh
yeah,
my
it's
gosh.
being a small business owner is hard. And then when you throw in things like that are so unexpected and can be so volatile, it makes you question whether you're doing the right thing. Um, but if you're passionate in it enough and you've got faith, sometimes you can pull it out of the bag, and we did.
Oh my goodness. That's such an awesome story. I didn't, even know. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay.
So I
So,
always tell people, I'm like, you got to just give it when you're a small business owner, and you know this because you are a photographer and you've done a lot on your own too.
yeah,
You've got to dig in and do the work.
yeah,
Sure, there's times when you have to say, you know what, I think it's time to close up shop.
yeah.
But I also believe that if you're really passionate about what you're doing, that people will sense that and feel that, and that they'll show up. They'll show up for you.
Absolutely. I love that. That I feel like was so inspiring even for me. Like you're 100% right. Being a business owner is not at all easy, and a lot of
Mm-mm.
people, do want to give up. But I love that you were able to pull through, and the community, just stuck with you too. You do so much. I do see that too. So that's so amazing.
Thank
Um,
you.
so over here, I know you have different programs, but I would like to ask, for those who are just starting or feeling their age, do you have any simple tips or motivation to keep going?
Yeah, like if I actually just met with a client just before I jumped on here earlier, who's in her 60s, and she is active. She hikes, rides her bike, she loves to walk, but she has never lifted weights. And she is now, postmenopause. She's also um, heading towards osteoporosis, and her doctor was like, "You've got to get into a gym."
Mm,
So she reached out, and we talked a little bit about a game plan for her. And she's nervous, but I'm like, girl, this is going to feel amazing. Osteoporosis, there's been scientific proof that you can literally reverse the effect of osteoporosis through strength training. And so we're going to focus on that and teach her how to eat well. And I'm like, just give it 6 to 12 weeks. You're going to notice a difference, and you're going to be feeling so good. There's no turning back. So I'm a firm believer that it doesn't matter what age you're at.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter where you are physically, whether you have 200 pounds to lose or 50 pounds to lose. If you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. And you just have to find the right person to motivate you and encourage you and be by your side through the whole journey.
I love that. I hope I hope everything goes well with her journey.
I
That's
think it will.
exciting.
Yeah, people always use age as an excuse
Oh
or
yeah.
lack of experience, and that's what you hire a trainer for, right? You hire someone, a professional, to teach you how to do things properly so that you don't get injured, and how to work out effectively. And really, once you have somebody on your side that believes in you, you're going to be able to accomplish those things. You just have to find the right person.
Yes. And also, are there any new and exciting things coming up for Evoke Fitness or for
Well,
yourself in
yeah.
your own journey?
we're heading into the holidays and into January, and you have our 30-day body challenge logo up, so I have to talk a little bit about that. We've been doing the 30-day body challenge since I actually started working at the gym that I now own since 2008. And our 30-day body challenge is just that. It's 30 days to get as fit and healthy as you can. We offer a huge amount of classes. You pay one fee. You can go to as many classes as you like in those 30 days. We help you with nutrition. You have the camaraderie and the motivation of other warriors. Every class is trained by a certified trainer who has been in this business for a long time. And our challenge, like I said, has been around for 16 years now because it's super effective and super fun. The one that's coming up in January is actually going to be 6 weeks. So you really have a nice time to not only have a good transformation, but to also make those habits something that's part of your life. 6 weeks of doing something day in and day out, whether it's eating well, cutting out alcohol, exercising regularly, those become habits that then you can take on. Whether you stay at Evoke or you go to your own gym or whatever you want to do, you're going to have those habits and those consistent factors in your life that will help you stay strong and battle through all of that.
I love that. And when do you sign up for the challenge? Is there like specific days that you sign up, or?
So the challenge, you'll be able to register to participate in the challenge starting with Black Friday. We always do a Black Friday deal, and then we have the challenge on sale through Mind Body until the challenge starts. So you can do that. And then we offer classes at 6 a.m., lunchtime, and 3 evening classes. So you just sign up for the classes you want. We even have people who get super excited and do double days. Like they'll come at 6 a.m. and then they'll come at 6 p.m. Yeah, they get kind of crazy. But, people set goals and then they feel good. And then they're like, well, I'm not going to go home and sit on my couch. I'm going to go work out again.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. But yeah, so you do have a lot of variety of classes to choose from. And then our goal after the 6 weeks of being in the challenge that you'll stay whether with in our semi-private training or you'll stay in our group fitness classes and maintain your consistency in workouts.
Yay.
Yeah, it's great.
And do you have anything going on as far as your own journey in fitness? Like, are you planning anything?
No, I'm not doing any competitions or anything like that. But I am starting year 5 of Evoke Warriors in March. And we'll have applications open for anyone who's gotten a cancer diagnosis. Starting in January, mid-January, our application will be open on our website, evokewarriors.org. And they can reach out to me too if anyone is interested and has questions. But this is going to be year 5, which for me feels like a really big year. 5 years, it'll hit over 100 people that we've helped through our Evoke Warrior program. Everyone is local and part of the Reno community, which is really important to me to give back to my community and have healthy, strong, confident people amongst us. And so just to be able to say that we're in year 5 I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. So that's what I'm working on right now is just planning year 5 and how that's going to look for these warriors for 6 months. And
starting January.
Yep. They'll be able to apply. They'll be able to apply in January. Yeah.
And do you have a limit of people that can be part of the journey, or is it?
Yeah, we try not to take more. We're somewhere between 20 and 25 right now.
Okay.
Eventually, we would like to be able to take more people, but I do have people who help me with the training for Evoke Warriors. But I do, I'm there unless I'm sick or I'm on a vacation or something like that. I'm there for every class. I want to know every single person, their journey, their struggles, what they're battling. So it's pretty much 24/7 for 7-8 months in this program. So 20 people is a lot to handle. 25 is insanity. Last year we had 26.
Oh, wow.
And it was great because I did have some pretty remarkable people who were helping with the program and helping me with the training. But I'm there for everything. And so we try not to go too much over that. It's a lot of, it not only is it just a lot of my time, which I very gratefully give, but it's also, it's the emotional aspect of this program can be very overwhelming. You know, we have a lot of sick people. Unfortunately, through the program, we've lost 4 in 4 years, and that hits you hard. And I am a very like, I just jump into things with my feet and my heart, and so I kind of get trampled on a little bit. So it's just, it's, you give a lot and you absorb a lot in this program, and so I can't imagine taking like 30 or 40 people. I don't know if my heart can handle that, but yeah, so we take about 20 to 25, and we usually have anywhere from 40 to 50 people apply. So it's hard to say no, but we really just try to take the people who we know are in desperate need of our help. And that's what the applications and the interviews are for.
There you go.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So what is one piece of advice you'd give someone who feels like they're struggling to stay on track with their health goals?
You know, I always tell people that fitness is a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. So you need to be in it for the long haul. And with that, with being in it for the long haul, you're going to have times when it's not fun. It's not exciting. You don't want to get up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, but you know that you're going to be consistent with that, and you're going to stick to your goal. And so write down your goals, put them someplace where you can see them on a regular basis, whether it's at your computer or whether it's on your mirror in the morning, and you're going to be like, okay, I've lost 15 pounds and I have 10 more to go. Today, I'm going to do something to make that happen. So if you're always talking to yourself about your future and your goals and your why is very important. If you focus on those things, your motivation and your excitement is going to be there. The other thing I always tell people is that you can't rely on motivation to keep you going. Right? Because motivation,
100%.
It's like this, right? Sometimes you're on top and you're super motivated, and sometimes you're down here and you're like, you're not. But what you can rely on is being consistent and being focused. So it's just like any appointment. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go to the gym at 6 a.m. That's what I do. That's what I'm going to do. Because those daily habits will become habits and things that if you don't do, you start to miss. And so that's how you learn to stay on track and on focus. And, it's okay. Let's say you have a bad week, right? You had a huge fight with your boyfriend, or you broke up, or your kids are sick, or your husband's out of town, and you don't get to do something for yourself. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up over that. Just get your big girl panties back on and get back on the track again and start over. It's a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. It never will be.
A lot of, people want to quit within like a couple weeks. No, you got to keep going for months, years. It doesn't matter. Like I said, build that habit, a daily habit.
I have a client who's been with me now for 16 years, her and her husband. They've been with me for 16 years. They could totally do this on their own. And when they travel, they work out, they stick to their plan. They stick to their plan. So even when they travel, Monday or Tuesday, Thursdays, they go to the gym and lift. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, they're like hiking and biking and they're going for walks. They've been doing that for 16 years. They just do it. It's just part of their routine. When they're home, they come see me. Tuesday, Thursday, they're in the gym with me. If it's yucky outside and they can't go for a walk with the dogs, or they can't do something outside because there's a snow or rain, they're in the gym and they're on a treadmill. So it's because they've always been consistent,
Mm-hmm.
and they know the importance because they do have heart disease in their family. They do
Mm-hmm.
have pancreatic cancer in their family, and they have a few other genetic situations. So they know that they want to do everything they can to battle that genetics that they already have. And so they just do it. And that's how it has to be, right? You have to always be on top of your game.
I agree, 100%. And that's so awesome. That's a good example of just like committed to a schedule,
Yeah.
committed to do what you need to just do,
Yeah. It's
without
like a
even
job,
thinking. Like,
right?
yeah,
Or just
this
like
is.
a job meeting. You're like, oh, I have a
Mm-hmm.
meeting every Monday at 8 a.m. for work, and I have to have my notes for that. Well, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. or 8 a.m., whatever your time is, you're at the gym and you just do what you got to do. The other thing I always tell people too is that, yes, you might not want to get out of bed, or today you just don't feel like going. But when you do go, you never regret going.
Agree,
Never.
yeah.
I have never had a client be like, oh, I wish I hadn't come today.
Yeah.
99% of my clients, even on the days that they didn't want to come in, they're like, I'm so glad I came in. I feel so much better. Thank you. I mean, every time. So, yes, you might have to drag your ass down there, but once you're in, you're going to feel so much better.
I love that. Great advice, Mena.
Thank you.
And so, if you could leave our viewers with one motivational thought to carry with them today, what would it be?
Motivational thought. Well, so here's the thing. I think that you have to, whether it's in fitness or whether it's taking care of your children or even in marriage, you have to be passionate about what you do. You have to be passionate about your children. You have to be passionate about your husband, or your marriage is probably not going to work, right? You
Mm-hmm.
have to be passionate about the work you do, and you have to find something that you're passionate about to stay consistent with your fitness. So find something that you're passionate about, whether it's hiking or biking or walking your dogs on the regular or
Mm-hmm.
playing soccer with your kids, lifting weights, whatever it is that you're passionate about, find that. Whatever it is that makes it life fun for you, chase that. And always, always follow your heart and do what sets your soul on fire. That's what I always tell myself. Does this set your soul on fire? And I'm like, yeah, it does. And then that's what I go for.
I feel like I'm coming out of this chat just even like fired up. I'm like,
Oh,
let's go.
good.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I love the beach. Like for me, a beach vacation is like my favorite thing. So like when we plan a beach vacation, I am like fired up. I can't wait to go to the beach and hike on the beach and run. And I sometimes I'll post workouts on the beach for my clients, and so just chase that.
I
Find
remember
things
you
that you
did
love.
go travel somewhere and you were posting just even outside your room. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah. Like I'm like, oh, okay. My husband and I are going to go for a hike, and then we're going to go have breakfast and go for a hike. So like sometimes I'll just go right on the little patio out there, and I'll
Yeah,
just do a little 20-30 minute workout. It doesn't
there
have to
you
be
go.
an hour long thing, right? Do 15-20 minutes, do body weight things. If you don't have equipment, get the
Hmm.
blood flowing, let your muscles start feeling good, and then go about your day. Doesn't
I
have to be a
love that.
lot.
So you posted, you just had a birthday? When
No,
was your
it's in February.
February? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's anyone over what you said, 50?
Yeah, so what I posted was how to age gracefully, because
Oh, there you go.
I'm middle aged now. I'm
Oh
considered
my
middle
gosh.
aged at
You look
55.
amazing.
Thanks, but yeah. So I posted some of my tips on how to age gracefully, um, and things that you can do to help you age well and to feel good as you go into this next decade of your life.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, so rapid fire questions. We'll do that here in a sec, but I wanted to
Okay.
show this awesome picture of you.
That you
And
took when I competed. It's still one of my favorite pictures.
it's so funny. Like you were just so comfortable. And I was like, hey, I have an idea. And you're like, okay. Like,
Literally, I was
I was
like,
like,
I'll do it.
and it turned out amazing. It's like so. I love it. I love the other one as well. You
Yeah.
know, I was like, I want to do Sports Illustrated kind of theme photo shoot,
Yeah,
and
I
you're like,
love that
let's
picture.
do
And
it.
I look so young. Oh my gosh.
I feel like you look the same.
Really? I'm like
Yeah.
looking, I'm like, wow, I just look so young. Oh, and to think that that was what, 11, I think that was like 11 or 12 years ago. I can't believe that. Like, how does time fly like that? It's so crazy to me.
Right?
That's why you
Just
have to do what you love, because time
exactly.
flies.
You never know.
You never know.
All right. So rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So it's a couple, and then you just say what's first in mind. So,
Oh, shoot. Okay.
what's your go-to pump up song?
My go-to pump song, gosh, it's anything in the 80s. Like
Okay, I like that.
Madonna and Sting. I love all that.
There you go. Are you an early bird or night owl?
I'm actually a night owl, but I've
Ooh.
become an early bird. And I've been an early bird for about 18 years since I've been training. But
Oh,
I'd stay up till 2 a.m. and then sleep until like 8 and then go about my day. But now I'm like in bed at 9 and up at 5 o'clock
okay.
every morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was that surprised me. Night owl. Okay.
Hmm.
What's your favorite cheat meal?
Oh, without a doubt, tacos and a margarita.
Ooh,
Oh,
yum. Okay.
yum.
And one word to describe yourself.
Passionate.
You know what? That's also on your website. I was like, wow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
it's
it's
probably
your
in my
passion.
bio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just really believe in following your heart and just being passionate about the things you do.
I
I
love it.
really believe in that.
And I feel like it shows in anything you do, you post, like you care, you do pour your heart out. And that's even me like looking at, from the other side, right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, for people to like actually do what you tell them. How do I
Mm.
make that happen? Because I love it when people come in and they're like, I haven't lost 5 pounds yet. And I'm like, well, have you blah, blah, blah.
Well,
And they're like, well, I'm like, you got the email with all the details, right? And we've talked about, yeah, but so I'm always like, do what your trainer said first and then see if it works.
right? Like, what did you do? What did you do from when you woke up and when you
Uh-huh.
fell asleep?
Exactly.
List it out.
Exactly.
And what's your favorite exercise?
I love a good deadlift and a good thruster. I'm all about that
Ooh.
booty. I don't want my booty sagging when I want to be 80 and have a 25-year-old butt.
What? I love. Didn't you have like a program for exercising your butt?
Yeah,
Or
I always call it booty by minute. So when I post exercises that involve legs and your butt and all that, I always, hashtag it booty by minute. But
oh,
yeah,
maybe that's it. See, it
yeah.
works because I'm like, I know you were posting something about
Oh yeah.
butt workout, and I'm almost like, how do you do it? Like, okay, let me look. I love it. Okay, and most inspiring person in your life.
Without a doubt, the most inspiring person in my life is my mama. My
Mm,
mother, I was born in Africa, and my parents had to leave Africa during a civil war with two little kids,
mm,
myself and my brother. And what they went through to save us and to get us to America to be able to have a better life was a lot. They never took handouts. They didn't speak a word of English. And, my parents would go to school and work and take turns doing that so that they could provide a better life for my brother and myself.
wow.
And I just really admire them for being able to do that. Um, and really for saving our lives, because if they
Mm,
hadn't put so much on the line to get us out of there, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. So
oh,
I truly admire my mom for being such a strong, not only faithful woman, but just a person who dug in and just did what she needed to do to save her family. So
mm,
yeah.
love it.
Thank you.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. Okay.
Not a coffee drinker. To my poor husband's just sadness. He's always
Oh,
trying.
how long have you guys been together?
We've been married for 32 years, I'm sorry,
Wow.
31 years, and we've been together 33 years.
And he's
Yeah.
been trying ever since to get you
Yeah.
into coffee.
He just cannot understand how I don't love coffee.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and top book recommendation for motivation.
I actually just forgot what it's called, but I think it's, or the full name, but it's Badass. You a Badass. You as a
Ooh,
Badass. It's been around for probably 15 or 20 years,
okay.
but every once in a while I'll pull that book out and read it. And it just gives you ideas on how to get past certain obstacles and how to just be a badass in all aspects of your life. So I really like that book. It's a yellow cover. Um, I'll have to send it to you, but
Yes.
you are a badass, you being a badass, something like that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I like it already.
Yeah. Once in a while,
Very
I just
catchy.
bring it out, just to like pump myself up and feel good. Or, if you have one of those days where you're like, well, actually one of those weeks or two where you feel like, things aren't quite going the way you were hoping. I just kind of go back to the things that I've highlighted in there and be like, yep, I can do this. So I like that book.
Definitely. Okay, last one. What's your mantra or like your motto?
My motto is just do it. I know it's the Nike motto, but I really believe like if you just, like I said earlier, jump in with both feet sometimes, amazing things happen. Like if I hadn't jumped in with both feet and bought the gym, I wouldn't have been able to do Breast Cancer to Bikini or Evoke Warriors or have so many amazing people in my life that started as clients and are friends. If I hadn't just closed my eyes and said yes to Breast Cancer to Bikini, I wouldn't have had 4 years of experience with these cancer women that they absolutely changed my life and my perspective about how to look at life. And I wouldn't have had probably the courage to start Evoke Warriors. So I always say, like, sometimes things are super, super scary,
Yeah.
but sometimes you just got to close your eyes and just go for it. And what's the worst thing that can happen, right? So if you fail, then you just learn something. But what if it's a success? And
Right.
knock on wood, I have been very blessed with some pretty amazing successes and things in my life that I'm just like forever grateful for. So close your eyes and jump in and do it.
I'm like,
Just do it.
okay.
Just go for it.
I love it. All right. Well, I really appreciate you having, here with me with our live. Definitely check out your, I'm telling the viewers to go check out your gym.
Thank
This is
you.
also your website,
Mm-hmm.
right? And your email.
Yeah. Yeah, we would love, if you're struggling with fitness or just need some help, reach out. I'd be happy to help you, whether it's just with a phone chat or have you come into the gym. Absolutely. And if you're a cancer survivor, let us help you through our Evoke Warriors program because it's something that will literally change your life. And I have, 80 people that will tell you that. Yeah. And thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yay!
I thought I was going to be nervous, but you're awesome. You made it very easy and wonderful. So thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Mena. You're amazing. So if you guys have any questions, just drop it in the chat. I know it's only like 2, almost 3 p.m. here, so people will be watching this later. So if you guys have any questions, you guys want to ask anything for Mena, you guys can message her or just drop it in the chat.
Thank you. Yes.